Welcome to Discover Indie Film. I'm Jeff Howard, and I'm going to call you an old friend because this is your second time on the podcast.
Aww.
Rosalie Alspach. And by the way, I remember that.
Yes, you pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, you know how I always ask everyone how to pronounce their name before we start recording. And because it's so unusual to have the silent CH, like when you were coming over today, I was like, I know her last name is pronounced Alspach. It's kind of funny. Like, it's so unique. It's stuck in my head.
Oh.
By the way, 4 years, basically. Because you were on this podcast, episode 154, that we released. So we probably recorded it a week or two before that, but we released it July 24th, 2021. So let's say we recorded it 3 weeks before that. That was now. That was this exactly 4 years later. You jumped from episode 154 to, I'm guessing this one's going to be around 560-ish.
That's like almost like exactly 4 years.
Isn't that crazy?
Probably.
Yeah, it's so this is 4 years later, so you are a returning champion. Last time you came to talk about the Hostess, which was, of course, part of the June 2020 Film Invasion Los Angeles Festival, which was, if anyone needs me to tell them what was going on in June 2020, I just have to share the joke that I still can remember in March thinking, well, we'll be okay by June.
I remember getting those emails of like, okay, so right now we're planning to do the festival in person. And then like the next one, okay, we're not sure if we're going to be able to. And then it just kept going to, okay, we're going to try and do it virtually.
Yeah, we had no choice.
Yeah.
And the wild thing was, not that we need to totally dive into COVID world, but it was wild that viewership was huge because people really wanted stuff to watch. Like, we actually had thousands of views that year for Film Invasion. But then each festival after that, the virtual program was viewed less and less because everyone really got tired of it. But I think we were among the first festivals just to, because I think we just put everything on Vimeo and let it be free for a week.
Yeah.
And that was great because everyone could just watch and discuss. It was really, I mean, actually, I have fond memories of that period of COVID.
Yeah, it was, you were one of two festivals that I did, I think out of 15 maybe? I think 15. You were one of two that did a virtual festival, which was, so that was really cool. You were the early one. The second one I did, I think, was like August or September. So they had time to like get it going.
Right. So the rest of them just did the smart thing, which was like, okay, we'll just announce winners and we don't have to do anything.
I don't know if that was the smart thing. I mean, I guess
it was actually, I guess it wasn't expensive to do the Vimeo thing.
That was definitely more work.
Oh, it was a lot of work. It was more work than doing the theater, actually.
But it was really special. I mean, it was like exciting to get that email that's like, hey, you were selected. Here are your laurels. Download them. Like, that was still exciting, but it just like wasn't the same. And it like was missing like that experience element, which is like half the I don't know, it was my first time doing like the festival circuit. I was really excited to go and like see like what other short films are like, and so I had no idea. I hadn't done it before. So yeah. And
very clearly you had applied when the world was normal.
Yeah, January.
You were submitting to film festivals in January 2020, where we were getting rumors that there was something going wrong in China, but we really didn't know that pretty soon Italy and New York City were going to like have no hospital beds left, and that we were all going to have a really weird run. It's crazy.
About the hospital beds. They were like setting up like tents outside.
Yeah. Yeah, remember? Yeah, it was that was the issue. It's so funny. But anyway.
Yeah.
So we made it through. And amusingly, that first one, we were way too scared. But actually, I'll just share, because I know you'll dig it, that 6 months later, when we had Sherman Oaks Film Festival in December, or actually back then it was November, we did everything online, but we had an in-person outdoor masked mixer.
Oh, nice.
At like 2 p.m. at the Sherman Oaks Galleria in the open courtyard there. And people came from as far as Portland and Austin, Texas to be part of a festival that had something in person. Because I was like, look, odds are we're safe outside. But if we're outside wearing masks and no one shakes hands, we can talk film.
Yeah.
So it was actually, that was actually a really special memory for me. I guess you could call it a mixer, but just getting like 30, 40 filmmakers together outside in the afternoon, it was cool.
That is, yeah. See that, I mean, again, and that's the other thing that I love about, well, Sherman Oaks Film Festival, which I did not do, but in Film Invasion is like, I just so appreciate like your commitment and how you really try and like get as much, like give as much of the experience to filmmakers as possible, like from doing the podcast and having the channel on Amazon. Like, I mean, I'm not a festival expert here or anything, but like no one else does that. Like,
no,
I haven't
a lot of these
seen
little
that.
things. And also actually it's funny because we're a week and a half removed from the last Film Invasion in Los Angeles. And so I've gotten a lot of emails from very happy filmmakers who had films there. And well, by the way, though, you mentioned, so I have like 5 thoughts in a row to share, but I've been getting all the feedback of, that we do things so differently. And one guy did say, boy, I know it's way more profitable to show 9 shorts in a row and then have no Q&A and just have the filmmakers stand up in that firing squad thing at the end of the block and get 1 question each. But the fact that we do blocks of 3 or 4 and then talk about each film 15 minutes by itself, he's like, it's just unique. But the lobby may have been too crowded for you to see our T-shirt. Do you see our new T-shirt?
No, I did, because when I got out of the feature, I went and I looked around a little bit. There was no one in there when I got out.
Do you see it said the festival that gives a shit?
Oh, wait, no, I didn't see that T-shirt.
Those might have sold out. But we did Film Invasion Los Angeles, we did Fila 2025, and it was like 10th anniversary shirt. And then at the bottom, it had a little popcorn thing. And then it said, the festival that gives a shit, but the I in shit is an exclamation point.
Ah, like pink.
As if that's different. But
yeah.
But so what you're kind of telling me is, your experience with the festival is that we give a shit.
Yeah.
We care.
I don't think any of the other festivals I did would remember my name either. I mean, again, no offense, not to throw shade.
I'm sure they've been great. Well, they don't listen to this anyway, so that's okay. We can say anything we want about them.
Okay, good.
I mean, I am aware, but by the way, like we're spreading our wings a little. But the other thing I want to mention is you mentioned the Amazon series. So yes, your film, The Hostess, is in. I haven't done anything with Amazon for a while, but you're in season 4, episode 6 of the Discover Indie Film TV series.
Yeah.
I've got that in my notes, which, that was, super cool and also super painful for me that Amazon, we were part of the Indie Purge where do you remember this? We were up by season 3 or 4, we had reached 10,000 unique viewers a week and it was growing at a pretty good clip. And then I got the email from Amazon saying, we're going to move you from included with Prime to 99 cents an episode, $7.99 a season.
Yeah.
And that was called the Indie Purge when they just said, if you're an indie film, or in our case, TV series of indie films, you can't be included with Prime anymore. And you know what's really funny? They also claimed that we had some inappropriate material.
Are you serious?
And for unacceptable levels of violence, it was a miscarriage film that just showed some blood in a bed. And let me just say that one of their Prime originals is The Boys.
I was going to say that, the exact one.
Right? And I'm like, wait a minute. How is this beautiful, thoughtful, wordless film? It was like up in the mountains of Seattle, of Washington, and it was beautiful and meditative. There was a penis too, though. The father walked out on a pier and stripped, and then jumped into a cold lake. And when he jumped, you saw something.
But still,
but was that gratuitous nudity and gratuitous violence? I don't think so. But anyway,
that's insane.
It's fun, but it is their servers. I was like, hey, it's your server. If I could deliver video to every person on Earth, I would probably gatekeep it myself to favor my own horrible content over the work of these wonderful indie filmmakers. So anyway.
Well, that's the thing. The Boys is more profitable.
Yeah. But anyway, so I did want to mention that the Hostess is in the series. Wait, was there something else I was going to... I guess I lost it.
You had 5 thoughts.
I know. I kind of made that up, though.
Okay.
There was like 3 at least. But I got 2 of them. But anyway, and it was such a pleasure. I'm so glad that you were able to come out.
Yeah, no, me too. I wanted to go see more, but again, they were sold out because it was that popular. On Sunday, I couldn't go Saturday, but I was trying to go to more stuff on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday had some sellouts. But the funny thing is, one of those sellouts was because, why am I bothering with this? I shouldn't bother. The Filmmaker with 2 weeks ago had to switch just from Saturday to Sunday. And the only way to accommodate that was to move this pretty big world premiere into a smaller theater on Sunday. So I told him, well, we're going to have 16 fewer seats, but I can get you in on Sunday. And it wasn't sold out yet, but then they sold it out.
That was, okay, I think I know the one. I don't remember the title, but I remember it was the other feature.
No, the other feature had sold out long ago.
Oh, okay. Well,
it was actually a block of shorts that was Roughing It, Grillo. Oh my God, and oh my, I'm blanking, son of a bitch. And not only that, I'm blanking on an alumni film. This is kind of special. That was the 10th anniversary, Film Invasion Los Angeles. And that film, who I can't name the name, is Chris Fiore's film. And he's a documentarian from New York who had a documentary in the very first Film Invasion in 2016. And then he comes back for a 10th anniversary with another beautiful documentary that won an award. And now I'm just going to look at it because I know it's on a spreadsheet, like literally on this computer, inches from me.
Yeah, I can't help you with this one.
Yeah, because you couldn't get in.
I couldn't get in. But I do recall seeing a documentary on there.
Broadway and Swan.
Okay, I didn't remember that name.
Broadway
and Swan, okay.
Yeah, because it's a documentary about an art installation at the corner of Broadway and Swan in New York.
Oh.
So anyway.
That's a clever name.
It's great. I mean, documentaries about artists are always so darn good.
Yeah.
But you did get to see
a love song for Hiroshima. Yes. That one, okay. Yeah, that was really good. I did cry at the end. The timing of that was really strange. And like at the end, when
the timing that film was released at this time.
Yes, the day that it was shown. At the end, I definitely got that existential dread chill. It was just I don't know. It was it felt real, despite the fact that there was an alien. It felt so real. That it was just
because a lot of it, those trees are real. The trees that survived the Hiroshima blast are real. It's about such a heavy topic, and yet it's funny, and it's light, and it's multi-generational. I just love that film. I cried for so long when it ended.
It was the scene of the kids running through the Peace Park. That's what got me. That's what got me. Crying, and I loved how they had this sort of futuristic element, and the cyclical nature of time. It almost kind of I don't know, reminded me a little of Arrival, with how the time was working, but he was in the past, but we didn't know it, and
all those revelations worked, right?
Yeah,
that's hard to do.
And it was they had this futuristic thing, and this and the past, and it was just and there was like a genre blend within that just worked really, really well. And it was, and they were hinting at it the whole time, they were hinting at it because they were constantly talking about what happened with the bomb, and they were talking about the Peace Park and what it meant. Like, they were always talking about it, but you still don't put everything together until
you
the
really
end.
Don't. Yeah. But like I said, there's so much of it is funny too. It's like I don't know if I've ever seen a comedy, drama, sci-fi film before. Like, it's just such a groundbreaker.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you something cool, which is that's actually the first film we've ever screened that actually has a theatrical release right now. It was released the weekend before it was released in Japan. So it's actually in theaters in Japan. It's like that big a film over there.
Wow.
And I think they're doing festivals. That was the LA premiere, and they're doing festivals in the US. Because I think that thing deserves a release.
Yeah.
That thing, wouldn't that do well, like at one of the art house theaters in LA?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think also, so the actor who
played the alien,
he did the Q&A afterwards, and just the story of like his experience filming that is like fascinating. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like just having that film out in the world in and of itself is like such an achievement.
I agree. I mean, it's a great film. And that guy, we were so, when we accepted the film, honestly, I think most of the jury and myself were under the assumption, well, he must be an American who lives in Japan. But he actually lives in LA.
Yeah.
He's moved to LA since making the film.
Oh, okay. He's moved since making.
And you know what's funny? He's on my Shazam because I Shazam the song that goes over the end credits, and that's him. He wrote the love song.
I was, that was a really catchy song that was stuck in my head. The like la 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 was stuck in my head for so long. I loved what he said about like it being inspired by Imagine. John Lennon?
See, yes. You know what's funny is I haven't gotten to watch that yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen the Q&A.
It's good.
And in my head, I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. I worked really hard on the other moderators. Because this was the first film invasion where I didn't do I didn't moderate every Q&A myself because on 3 screens you can't. Can't be in 2 places at once. And I don't want to be that person who runs in, does the Q&A, and then runs out and hasn't watched the film again with the audience and getting a feel for how everything's going. I don't know. One of those give a shit things. So we had to like get more moderators. So actually we tested out like 8-9 people.
Well, he did a good job, the guy who moderated.
Yeah. Did he ask him, this is a silly thing we asked during your podcast, but did he say to Chase, who is the sole American in the film? Oh, I guess there was that other actor, who was the queen of the aliens.
Yes.
Was also American, maybe. Although she had a bit of an accent.
I don't remember, actually.
Yeah. But I wonder if Chase felt a bit alien just being an American in Japan already.
He did say that it was like, one of the interesting things he said is that he had to like use a translator app a lot.
So he couldn't even, right. So I was thinking this was an American who lives in Japan and can communicate with his director, but he couldn't. He needed an app?
Well, he could communicate with the director because the director spoke English, if I recall correctly, but the other actors and crew and stuff did not.
Right.
And what was one thing funny he said is that the actress, the lead actress in it, she didn't speak English, so when she spoke in English, she had like just memorized.
Right, it was just phonetic, yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was so interesting. I'm like, no way, she did such a good job. It almost seems harder.
Did, yeah. Whenever they used English, I believed it.
Oh, yeah.
So interesting. I'll have to watch it again sometime.
Yeah.
Such a bummer that growth is wonderful. It's wonderful that the film festival is bigger and there's more people coming and all that. But part of me will always miss the days when I got to see every film in the theater again and sit there. But, you know, we couldn't do that anyway. It's just silly. I'm just being selfish. I gotta share the love.
Yeah. And, you know, one thing I really liked about that film, too, and, like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but, like, I haven't heard of or seen, like, films recently, at least, about Hiroshima. And, right, so, what's that movie that, that just came out last year about the bomb?
Oppenheimer,
thank you. So we get it from, like, the Americans' perspective in that movie. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just appreciate, honestly, this was, like, the first time that Hiroshima has come up since I was, like, 10.
And from the perspective of the Japanese, from the perspective of the community, not the Japanese government or anything, but the people.
Yeah.
The families that live there. Like, no one's ever done that film.
Yeah.
And I know. God, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, just amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing that they were able to make this film. And it's just, yeah, what a gift to the world that, like, hey, everyone wants to make war movies. We're making a movie about people who got hit with the most significant attack in history.
Yeah.
Like, we think D-Day is such a big fucking deal. We've made 1 million movies about D-Day because Americans are so important.
Well, that's the thing about the history movies. It feels like it's always the American spin on it. So yeah, I don't know. This one seemed really special to me. I'm glad that I ended up seeing this and that the short film block was sold out. Because there were I think 2 short film blocks that, like, overlapped this.
There probably were, and also the Making Megaforce one was sold out at the end of the hallway.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking
of
before. Okay,
that one was very special too. So special, but all the films are great.
Yeah, you had a good jury this year.
We always have a good jury.
I was not a part of it this year.
Oh, you weren't, but still, you're always welcome. And you've been on the jury several times.
Yeah, I really like it. Gosh, yeah, there are some I usually just watch the short films. But yeah, there's some really, really good ones out there. It's hard to choose.
Oh boy, there really are. It is, it actually really, that's the other funny thing about growing. I think like of the 64 films we showed that week, it was like, like 8 or 9. Well, no, like actually, honestly, we had fewer features this time than last time because we're all about quality. And if the shorts are better than the features, we'll show whatever's best.
Yeah.
So I think we showed like 5 really fantastic features, and then about 10 to 12 what we call featurettes, which is 20 to 60 minutes.
Oh, nice.
And then like 40. I think it was 48 shorts under 20 minutes. 48 films under 20 minutes. And so the thing about the 48 films under 20 minutes, like if you had been on the Filmmakers board again, and like you probably will again sometime, but you were too busy this time, like it's getting harder than ever to, like it kills me to look at a film and be like, that wonderful film's not getting an award, but that's why I have the Programmer's Prize, because I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, so how many submissions are you getting?
It was like 730 films. Yeah, so when we show 64, we're showing less than the top 10%.
Wow.
Like there are great films that aren't included.
Yeah.
Every time.
I feel really honored.
And you're working on more stuff.
I'm working on more stuff.
Is that a too obvious segue?
No, that was a good segue.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm working on new stuff. I'm about to launch a crowdfunding campaign for this feature that I wrote. It's called If We Be Friends. It's I started this I started like thinking about it and playing around with it during the pandemic. I guess I should first say that I love this type of film where it's just like a small group of people. It's an ensemble cast, and they just like go to this one space, and the whole thing takes place there. And like the examples that I have of this are like The Breakfast Club. They're just in the library. I mean, you know, they have the principal guy who's like kind of doing his thing in another room, but most of it is just those kids that have, you know, all these differences and all these opinions and some baggage with each other stuck in the library for detention. And like another example I have is this movie called About Alex, which is kind of like a modern take on The Big Chill, which, if I recall correctly, it's been a while since I've watched The Big Chill, but all the friends get together because their friend dies. But in About Alex, all the friends get together at this house in the middle of nowhere because their friend attempted suicide. So that puts like a nice, interesting spin on it. But I love that type of movie. It's like so simple. It's like back to basics, you know. It's back to like the foundation, the origin of storytelling. Is you just get people with reason for conflict and you put them, you know, in a room, in a house, in a library, and you watch things unfold. And excuse me, and I don't know, that to me is entertaining, it's moving, and it's all of that because it's just people. And like there's no extra stuff, there are no car chases, there's no like, you know, physical fighting or I don't know, like crazy stuff happening. It's just these people. And the thing is, like, that's all, in my opinion, that's all storytelling is at the end of the day. You just don't have like all the frills added onto it. But I also like how it, you know, allows the writer, the director, the crew, the cast, to really just like focus in on the, you know, the story, the subject matter, and
like delve
each
deeper.
Other. Yes.
Yeah, it goes deeper. and actually, well, I have a theory on why podcasts are popular, which is because we're so isolated in this modern technological world, there's a lack of conversation in our lives. And the kind of film you're talking about, if it's written well and done well and acted well, it's like being part of a conversation.
Yeah.
And human beings need that.
Yeah, we do. We really do. And, well, like I was saying, I started thinking about this idea for this particular film, which, again, I love that structure of film. I love it. And part of what I did with this is I kind of brought it back to what's familiar to me, the type of people who are familiar to me. And in my community, my strongest communities in my lives have always been in the theater. So that's where the characters come from. But I started this right in the pandemic. Sorry, I keep saying that. It's like the third time I've said that. Here comes number 4. I started this during the pandemic.
Started writing it
during the pandemic. I did the note cards. I did this and that. And then I put it away for a while because it wasn't quite clicking. But it did come from this like very intense like feeling of like loss of community. And I really, really wanted to do something that brought that back, not just into my life, but brought that back to, you know, to actors and to crew. So, like, approaching the whole thing, not only this is a story about community, but the entire process and everything around it is based off of building community. Because, I mean, everyone has different experiences with, like, films they've done, but my experience with film thus far has, like, as an actor, has been a bit isolating. You don't spend 2 months with each other, or 6 weeks with each other, or even 2 weeks with each other, putting together a show and growing with each other and doing all that stuff. And I say 2 weeks because, like, sometimes they have you do, like, shows in 2 weeks and you just have to, like, put it together and it's super crazy. But you still, like, even then when it's a short period of time when you're doing that, there's a lot of connection. And so I really wanted to just take all those things and really just make the whole thing from beginning to end be about a community coming together to make some art.
Right, and this is a community of actors in We Be Friends, or
the characters, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, some of them are actors. We've got a stage manager. We've got an actor, like
right,
a
so it's
classic,
centered
like,
around a playhouse, maybe.
No, it's in a house. It's in a house. Yeah, they're just in a house in the mountains. It has to be in the mountains because, it's a little isolated, but also because it's pretty. It has, like, it's just prettier. And I want it to feel like, want it to feel different. Like, it shouldn't feel like it's in LA. It needs to feel like it's somewhere different. So we got a stage manager. We've got a stage actress. We've got, like, a theater educator. We've got a TV actress. And then we've got the actor that does, like, activist theater and, like, uses theater of cruelty to put on these original works. They have a whole speech of whether they're an actor or not because they're just holding up the truth to society and telling them all the ugly things.
They consider themselves a performance artist more than an actor, or really just
they just don't.
They're on a mission.
It's all very, ambiguous for them.
Is this person your comic relief?
Yeah, a bit. But yeah, so it's unclear as to how they define themselves as an artist. Yeah, I guess they just say an artist. Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, and then we have, like, you always got to have the extra person. The person who's, like, not part of the group, but is there because they're in a relationship to someone in the group. And that guy is he's in tech. Yeah.
Excellent.
So it's not all actors. We've got
right. It's not putting on a
personalities.
show. It's not like it's not a group of people figuring out how to do a show. It's a getaway. It's a getaway weekend.
It's so they come together for this weekend. Their high school theater teacher passed away. That's where they met doing theater together in high school. And then, they kind of drift apart over the years. There's a lot of drama. I don't know if any of our listeners are familiar with high school theater. There's everything is very heightened, which is part of the reason I wanted the beginning of their stories together. That's not part of the film, but the beginning of their stories and their relationship with their theater teacher to be high school, is because everything is so heightened. You get a lot of drama, and they're your formative years, so it's really, really easy to carry that with you. So their high school theater teacher passes away, and so they come together for this weekend to, remember him, honor him, stuff like that. And these issues they used to have, they are still there. There is resentment. There's the leftovers of old, romances and stuff. And, while they're all trying to figure out their present lives, because they're all at like a major point in their present lives. And then all this stuff from the past comes back. And so they're kind of, I don't know, they lean on it, and they make some really bad decisions because of it.
And are they kind of late 20s-ish?
Like 30.
Early 30s?
Yeah. I
mid to
literally
early?
just put 30.
30.
On all of them. Like 30. You have to be 30. You can't be 31. Can't be 29. Yeah, early 30s.
Excellent. No, I mean, it all rings so true. It's all so true. We are so well defined in high school. I don't just say this as... I'm forced to mention that we have a kid who's going to college in the fall and literally went through high school graduation last month. So it's like she's a human. You know what I mean? Like she is who she is, and her friends are who they are, and it's like, and I mean, needless to say, when I interact with the people I went to high school with a million years ago, like, yeah, I mean, everything you said is true about high school being such a pivotal time and going through that together, right? Mm-hmm. Going through puberty and becoming young adults is just massive. And the people you know from college, and I have some really good friends from college, but it's not the same bond.
No, it's not, which is like, I never thought that, like, I would say, I feel like in high school, people were like, oh, wait till you meet, like, all your friends in college. And I'm like, I'm closer with my friends from high school still. But, yeah, high school's intense. It's just really intense.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. It is. And it's intense for the adults involved, too, by the way.
Oh, I bet.
And the teachers. Oh, my God. I know, crazy. Well, excellent. So you spent a good amount of time. It sounds like you started it and then, returned to it now and then.
Yeah, I returned to it during the writer's strike, which was
so you started during COVID.
I started like in 2021 or 2022 in COVID, and then it wasn't quite clicking. Then it kind of came back to my mind again during the writer's strike, and then I started actually writing it. And, yeah, doing the thing.
Because the strike meant...
It just happened. I don't know why. It just happened at that time. And
right. It wasn't that, like, more free time happened?
No. I wasn't really, like, impacted by it because I'm not, like, working in a writer's room or anything. But it just kind of... came back to me at that time, and I was like, well, I'm gonna write this. Like, I don't know how long the strike's gonna go on. I'm probably not gonna be able to do anything with this, but I'll write it anyways. Kind of like during the pandemic, it's like, well, I can't do anything with this right now, but I'm just gonna write it because I enjoy it, and I enjoy the characters and the story. So it was a really, like, fun to do.
That's the thing. It was when you returned to it and picked it up, I'm sure you were like, were you surprised? Like, did you like it more than you expected to?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I really liked writing, and I like doing rewrites and, like, going back and be like, oh, what can I do here? Like, it's just fun. I mean, yeah, I like these characters. I don't know if I met them in real life. I don't know if I would love them as much.
So you didn't steal from your high school experience. There's not, like, loosely based ons?
No, I mean, if there might be, like, tiny bits, but nothing big. If anything, I would say, like, there's pieces of me in these characters more so than anyone else, which is always fun to be like, oh, like, this, oh, I hate that I would think that, but this character's gonna think that, or say that. But, yeah, no, I don't really base anyone on...
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's generally what writers do is divide parts of their brain up and say, okay, you're Alice, you're Henry, and you're...
Yeah.
And all my worst qualities go into this one, and then that ends up being like the most fun character.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So you finished it up you finished it up and sat with a while of more rewriting and polishing?
Yeah, I sat with it for like a few months last summer and then came back to it. More rewriting, getting notes from people is really helpful. When you get too close to it, it's kind of hard, like, to step back and look at it as a whole. Like, I don't know, like what's that saying where you
Forest for the trees?
Forest trees. Yes, that one. But so now we move on to the next phase.
And do you intend, because I mean, obviously the Hostess was a few minutes long, right? It was not a long film. But 8 minutes.
Just 8 minutes.
8 minutes is real.
It was also 2 people in a bathroom for
Two
the whole
people in a
time.
bathroom.
Just like talking.
Yeah. But that one you wrote, directed, and produced.
Yes.
This one, are you going to... Do
in.
you intend to direct?
I'm directing,
You're directing, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. This one is just, Oh, I don't know how I couldn't direct this one.
Excellent.
I really love it. I think it's just really fun. Amongst other... I mean, it's really fun. It's a comedy. There's a lot of, like, grief and loss and, like, issues with identity and stuff. So there's, like, a lot of heavy stuff going on in it, but it's funny because it's these really strong personalities dealing with it.
Doesn't have to be funny, but it's only natural for old friends getting together approximately 12 years out of high school. There's going to be a lot of humor. There has to be, right?
Yeah,
especially it's kind of unfair. I mean, I've seen that film done where it is dramatic. But like even, right? Like you mentioned, some of the films you mentioned, like there's a lot of comedy in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Breakfast Club is funny as heck. But then quite serious at times. Mm-hmm. I have to admit, I saw that in high school at a drive-in theater. With a bunch, by the way, with a bunch of dudes. like five high school boys in a car watching The Breakfast Club at a drive-in. But I mean, that's my generation. Like, I think I was in 11th grade when I was watching that sucker in my Chevy.
Did everyone like it?
I think we all loved it, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I think we all thought we were Judd Hirsch. We all thought we were the cool guy. But we were all the nerd. We were all Anthony Michael Hall, who of course became the meathead.
What?
Well, in real life.
He did? I don't know.
Oh, he became like a steroid buff guy.
Oh.
No offense, I'm sure he became like hugely buff.
Okay.
After being like the king of John Hughes movies. Sorry to bring that up.
That's so sad.
Oh my God, I shouldn't have told you that. But anyway, had to mention Breakfast Club is literally my generation's high school movie.
It's so good.
But you're making you're making a
It's an adult high schoolers.
And I'm ignorant of this stuff. Is that like rock solid millennial age? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it is rock solid. Well, okay.
Yeah,
so
like the cast, like this could be a touchstone for the millennial generation, so to speak.
Yes. So okay, let's get real particular here. So the characters are about the same age as I am, so technically, I'm a millennial, but born in the early 90s is close enough to the cutoff line for Gen Z that, according to a Google article I read once, we're technically Zillennials.
Which I appreciate because, by the way, like I brought up a millennial thing, and yet, it's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous concept that like it's not. That there's generations.
It is interesting.
Because allegedly the boomers stopped in 64 and us Gen Xers started in 65 and it's like, really? Or 62, whenever it was. But you can't tell me that people born one year are different from people born the next year. Like,
Yeah.
like it's just so arbitrary.
Well,
It's-
what I read in this article, and this is a little bit interesting. Well, to answer your question, yes, this could be a millennial touchstone moment. So what I read in this article is it's sort of defined by the generation that grew up with phones kind of in their hands.
Got it.
So yeah, I think the cutoff is 96 or 98. So if you're 8 years old, you were born in 98, you're 8 years old, 2006, that's when like phones and Blackberries were becoming more popular. Because 2006, yeah, that's around the time. So
Yeah, because
that's kind of how it was
I
defined.
remember now, like my first cell phone was like sort of like a flip phone,
Yeah.
Nokia, little blue thing. And yeah, it was, I can remember who I was living with in what apartment. So I think it was about 99, 98. Yeah, and then it became Blackberries and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that is a huge difference.
I remember friends having Blackberries when I was a freshman in high school, which was 2006, 2007 time. Yeah, that's what I remember. So yeah, if you're
And
like
I love this idea, by the way, and this has, talk about a tangent, my apologies. But I love the idea that it really is, it's how technology defines generations, the technology you grew up with. Like I grew up with, we still had black and white TVs when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like not all of them, but you know, if you were lucky enough to get a TV in your room, it was probably an old black and white.
yeah.
And then yeah, as technology changes, human beings adapt to it and evolve. And I like this idea that the generations are defined by the tech. But that means that every 3 years there should be a new generation at this point.
Now
it's so-
there should be. It's like,
It's a lot faster now.
is this the AI generation?
They're gonna be.
have-
I mean,
Do we have the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus generation? Like iPhone 16 generation?
look, my nieces and nephew talk about how they use AI in college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's how different is their college experience from their oldest sister who graduated 4 years ago and, you know, just had to Google answers.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say is that if you're using AI, you aren't learning as much. And you're not going to be as smart. Sorry.
It's a crutch.
It's a crutch. It
Yeah.
is. You're not developing your brain to think, literally not developing your brain to think critically, which is like, I feel like every single English class, lit class, writing class, anything, like the idea is that you, in any sort of thing you're interpreting, any class where you're interpreting something, so probably not math, but like anything you're interpreting, the point is to think critically. So if you have something like, I don't know, doing the work, like ChatGPT and stuff, like if you have something just doing the work for you.
Yeah, no,
Forming an
you can
opinion for
definitely
you.
unsharpen your brain.
Yeah.
And yeah, critical thinking is everything. It's really the only thing they're trying to teach us.
Yeah. It's important. It's like how, yeah. Ugh.
But even the math, I bet, like, I mean, you know, we weren't allowed to have calculators when I was in school, and then, you know.
I mean, you got to
now they do.
understand it
But
still.
if you've got an iPhone, if you've got a smartphone in your pocket and you're doing math homework, how the F are you not gonna get answers?
Yeah.
If you're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's just natural to take a shortcut now and then. And the more shortcuts you take, the less well your brain works.
Yeah. Well,
Add in the drugs and we're all doomed.
this AI generation has.
I still haven't
Doomed
played
our
with it,
future.
actually. I have not even done a search yet.
I need to disable it. I get the AI overview that was just automatically added when I Google something.
Right, and you
And
scroll right
yeah,
by.
and I need to disable it. I was just talking to my sister earlier about the environmental impacts of AI. So I got to do my part and disable that on my Google.
By the way, do you notice the solar panels when you walked up the driveway? You were on a solar-powered podcast, I just want to say.
Solar-powered I was distracted by the roses.
These lights, we just planned but the sun's going down now. But this is a renewable home.
Yay.
To a good extent.
Ugh.
There you go. I had to throw it in.
There we go. This is a green podcast.
Some people are like, you should like push that. I'm like, yeah, but once the sun's down, but we're still helping.
Yeah.
We're still helping.
Yeah. It's, especially in Southern California.
I don't understand not having solar panels on every damn roof.
Yeah.
That has sun at least half the year. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we have sun so much of the year. Even in the winter, we have sun. Like, yeah. I mean, just like these recent months, we've had more clouds, but like still. Yeah, everyone in Southern California should have these.
Everyone should. Panels. Everyone should. I know. Actually, I've had people say to me, "Oh, you should say that, like, you should mention the solar thing with the festivals too." I'm like, it's true, actually. Like, most of the electrons that go into the home office that runs the festival, renewable. Just saying.
Should get a sponsorship from whatever company made the solar panels and be like, "Hey, so I can advertise you on my podcast."
You're pretty smart. That's really smart. Okay.
It's because I didn't have AI growing up.
Maybe I should. I shouldn't even name them. I almost wanted to tell you because, by the way, every solar company has a pun name. But we went with Tree Public.
Tree Public. Wait, is that? Don't say the name.
I know. I didn't.
This
say
free
that.
advertising.
They won't know. They won't hear this.
Okay.
It's not like they're following me. But I should say, hey.
Tree Public.
I know.
That's a good name.
I'm like, they're all just contractors. They're just in it to make a buck. But good for them. I'd rather they make a buck installing solar than make a buck doing something destructive.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a green podcast.
Yeah, no.
I like it.
Oh no, and I like to be as smug as possible about it, It's fun.
Yeah.
Why not?
You should.
Oh, yeah, when other people have an EV and I'm like, oh, well, you're powering your EV by burning natural gas, you scumbag. No, I'm just kidding.
I have solar panels.
My EV is powered by the sun. I get to pull up next to a Prius and shout, gas guzzler. But anyway, that's another tangent. I'm guilty of another tangent.
Yeah.
So what's the plan with We Be Friends?
The plan? Okay, so we're starting this crowdfunding. We're going to launch probably in a week or two. We get to crowdfund for 60 days.
That's set up by the crowdfunding website?
Yeah, we're using Seed and Spark.
I've heard good things.
I've heard good things too. They have a lot of really amazing statistics, which is why I decided to go with them, even though you have to make 80% of your goal or you don't get anything. So I know it's a gamble. It's a risk.
You can't adjust your goal as it's going?
I don't think so.
Because that's quite a shot in the dark in a lot of ways.
It is a shot in the dark. It is. Up till now, I've only been prepping for the launch, and it's been a lot of work. I am anticipating the next couple months to be an insane amount of work because I need to get as many eyeballs on it as possible, basically. So, I'm optimistic. I keep breaking down the numbers. I'm like, oh, we only need this many people to donate this much. Oh, sorry, Mike. Only need, if everyone donates this much, then we only need this many people to donate. And then if they do this, it makes it seem like more realistic to me. I mean, so it's still a lot of money.
The budget number is pretty solid. You're just thinking about how many people it'll take to get you to that number?
Yeah, there's not much I can do with the budget. I have gone through and slashed that budget so many times.
It's just funny because I think, and don't feel free to say, that's dumb, dude. That's a bad suggestion. But I wonder about, because of this 80% rule, maybe you go for 75% and then you do a second one or something.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Because you definitely want to hit that 80.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I've looked at, and I'm just kind of like, okay, if it's like, if we get the 80, we're probably gonna be able to figure out a way to make it happen. We are going to make even more sacrifices, but I think we'll probably be able to figure out how to make that happen. As of right now, I don't know, but I'm really good with working with less. I will tell you that. I'm really good with working with less. So I am prepared for that, but optimistic. Again, I'm feeling optimistic. Yeah, we have 5 actors attached who are all amazing, and they are my friends. That was my dream. That was my dream with this, was like, I just want to get my friends together, and we're just gonna go out and make this. We're just gonna get a camera. It's just gonna be us, and then there we go. Like, that's it. I wanted to do this for like $5,000, but SAG doesn't allow that. But yeah. So I have a couple of producers so far. So we're just kind of all going to be, this is the community aspect of it. We're all working together to get the word out to our respective communities, bring people together, just really, really, utilize that, what we do have of our communities, the people out there who want to see us all succeed and do something awesome and, make something cool and meaningful, and, get it out there in the world. So I do feel optimistic, even though, it's always really daunting. First of all, it's really uncomfortable to ask for money. It's really, really uncomfortable. And no matter what Seed and Spark says about, don't ask for money, make it something that, that's, appealing for them to do. And I'm just like, it's still asking for money. It's still that. And it's very uncomfortable. But, no, I appreciate them for helping, their artists find a way to make it less uncomfortable. But, yeah, it's always daunting. But...
It's so daunting. I mean, you say you're talking to someone who runs a nonprofit, and I have the hardest. I just have the hardest. That's my big goal, is to be able to okay, we need to run a fundraiser because we need people who want tax. People get a tax deduction for donating to a nonprofit.
Yeah, they also
so
get a
why
tax.
have I never asked anyone to donate in 10 years?
You haven't asked anyone to donate?
No.
Wait, what? What?
We offer memberships and we offer some other stuff, but I've never just said to a friend of means,
yeah,
or someone I know of means, hey, give us $1, you get 30 cents back from the government. I mean, I don't know how that works. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
I do have a plan.
Okay.
Which is to talk to people who know what they're doing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because I've been exposed now to people who run really big things, and they do big. I've been invited to fundraising type galas.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, well, shit, look how this works. I mean, shit that's way beyond me. But I'm like, okay, if we do 1/10 of this,
yeah,
or 1% of this,
well, that's where it starts. That's where it starts, and then you get to build.
I was at this crazy gala. I won't say where, but everyone's plate had a little paddle with a number on it. I thought it was for an auction or something.
Yeah.
They said, who wants to donate $25,000?
Whoa.
And paddles went up. 6, I think.
I want to know these people.
And I was literally like, wait a minute. They just raised $150,000. And actually, one of those paddles is the entire budget of a film festival. So, what am I doing?
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
But those people were at a very fancy event. They had a very fancy performance. And then we were given a very fancy dinner. I'm just lucky that I know people who have class.
Where do you find
and
those
they find
people?
me
I don't know any.
They find me amusing. I know. And now
crazy.
Now I got to
That's
talk to my
crazy.
classy friends and be like, so what do I have to do to get the people to pay for a $500 plate dinner or something? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
$500 plate dinner?
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Wow.
My friend and her husband, they paid for the table we were at. So I'm saying too much.
I've said too much.
I'm just lucky that these people are wonderful people.
Oh.
Really wonderful people. And I feel guilty thinking okay, I have to talk to these wonderful people about what the nonprofit needs to do. But again, I should. But anyway.
That's when you throw a soiree.
Yeah.
And so then you're telling them that without saying it to them?
I mean, well, I don't think you got to come to you weren't at the opening night gala.
No, I wasn't.
It's really something else.
I believe it.
It is. But everyone there is a struggling filmmaker.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, can't we get sponsors to give us things and we can have a silent auction in the corner? And a friend of mine was like, or someone on the staff was like,
$5.
You think anybody's coming here with bankroll? I'm like, some of them might be trust fund babies, right? I'm sure some of the films in the festival were made by somebody who was like, well, grandma gave me $250K, so I can put 50 into this short. I don't know. I wouldn't know. But so you got your plan.
I got my plan.
And in a couple of weeks, you're going to go live on Seed and Spark.
I'm going to go live on Seed and Spark. And, yeah, it's going to be out there. That's the scary part, too, is I guess I do have some sort of, for people like me, like Virgos, we like to have control over things. So, well, once it's out there, I guess I'm still going to be emailing people and reaching out to people and trying to expand networks and stuff, so that, we can do my thing where it's okay, if everyone donates just this much, we only need this many people. We just got to get to that number. It just helps me. I don't know how realistic that is. It just helps me mentally. But
no, I mean you're taking on a challenge, right? Because I don't know if you've made a film since The Hostess. Mm-mm. You haven't, right? Nope. So The Hostess, you were able to do without fundraising, right?
That was $3,000. Yeah, I did a little bit of fundraising and raised $1,000. But no, I worked at a restaurant over the summer and I just put away all of my tips to make this movie. It was a nice restaurant. I got a lot of tips and I put them all away to make this movie. And it was, it was $3,000 for the budget. So it was, it wasn't $30,000 or anything. It was, thank God. Can you imagine if I made a $30,000 short film that was 2 people in a bathroom?
Yeah, that'd be a nice bathroom. I don't know. No, I can't imagine. I mean, honestly, I have no understanding of budgets at this point because, I don't ask people what their budgets are. I don't think they should tell people what their budgets are necessarily. And, that's I try to stay out of it as a festival runner, right? I feel like I just want to treat art as art and not treat it as commerce. Even though I realize that element is there for sure. There. It's for sure there. But when they're at one of our festivals, I just want them to be appreciated as artists, and I don't go, so what did you spend? Fuck that. It's terrible.
People can do a lot with a little amount, and not as much with a lot of money, and there's so many variables in it. It's budgets aren't fun, but I think there's a lot. There's just a lot of different things you can do with them. So, and you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be able to guess by watching, a lot. I bet a lot of the short films at the festivals too.
And still, I'm sure a good chunk of the budget you have in mind is for post. Because post actually ends up being more, right?
This is not actually for post. This is for just for production.
Oh, so you're aiming for principal photography fundraising, and then you'll do a second round once you're in post.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Or they have so many finishing.
Because post is
It's a thing. It's
like you can use but post you can use creativity.
Post is going to be creativity. Post is going to be Post I think is going to be less than I thought it would be.
You don't have a lot of special effects.
We have no special effects.
And you can just use an AI thing to add blood everywhere.
Exactly.
When they start fighting.
Exactly.
Just blood spray. Just import the whole film into whatever. I'm not going to give any of them free advertising.
We're just gonna we'll use AI to edit it so it'll be free. No, just kidding. But I mean, it's just I don't know. The production is expensive, especially if you're doing a SAG film. It's just
and you want to do it SAG because you and your friends.
Unfortunately, my friends are SAG,
and you don't want to say, "Hey, look, we're just gonna do a little." I don't know.
Just like bye.
Back in my day, in the 90s, a lot of stuff wasn't SAG.
Yeah. I mean, it really just came down to the people that the people I had in mind.
Yeah, and their comfort level. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just and again, a lot of it is the experience of people coming together.
And it's the SAG, right? SAG still has the low budget modified deal,
ultra low.
But it's still tough, right? It still makes your life tough.
Oh yeah, and it still makes our lives very tough, even with only 7 actors. It adds on so much.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but if every actor is also a producer, then does it not have to be SAG? Isn't there something with that?
Oh,
if they're producers too,
you know what?
Because the producer, you know what I mean.
I have a producer who knows the SAG stuff, and so I let him deal with.
Like if you just make your whole cast, if it's produced by the whole cast,
produced by the whole cast,
then they're all allowed to say, "Oh, I'll act for free. I'm a producer."
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they've offered to run errands for me while we're on set. They've offered to help out, some producer stuff,
No. In the end, everyone involved is going to be a part of the production team.
Yeah. That's what it's going to, and I keep saying this too, and I keep telling them okay, so this is what we're doing. We're all on board with this, right? This is how we're doing it. Everyone's cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This isn't going to be you sit and wait for 4 hours until you're seen, and no, we're going to be active the whole time. This is what we're doing.
All right, we should probably wrap it up, but I have to ask you a quote. Have you ever been around a TV actor who's on their first indie film? It's hilarious.
Oh.
I was involved in that once ages ago, and it is so funny when someone is used to the number of takes you get in TV. Well, this was the 90s, so it was TV recorded on video versus indie recording on film, where you get 2, maybe 3 takes tops. And the look on an actor's face when okay, we're moving on. And they're what? I just, what? I had to get it in the first 2? What? It was so funny. I could not, I wanted to laugh, but I didn't. It would have been inappropriate.
That does sound really funny.
It is. It's funny. It's such a cultural change. Of course, now in this day and age, indies can record all they want because it's digital.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to do that, though. We're not going to.
No, because you gotta get your page count per day is going to be critical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
You going to allow improv and stuff?
I'm going to let people make the lines feel comfortable in their mouths.
Yeah.
Not a lot of improv.
If you don't, you're a shitty director. If you're no, you have to say the words right.
Yeah, I was, I'm like looking at it because, like I said, I'm acting it. I'm like, I'm gonna change my own lines. Like,
That's true, because when you read it out loud, you're gonna be like, turns out, don't like that word. That word doesn't come out right.
Yeah. So yeah, they will definitely. One of my big reference films for this is Your Sister's Sister, which is improvised. I'm assuming they had like layouts for the scenes of where to go and stuff, or like, so I'm assuming.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen it.
Oh, go watch it.
Your Sister's Sister? Should I won't be rude. You can talk while I add it to my watch list.
Your Sister's Sister. It's 3 actors on an island off the coast of Washington. It's gorgeous. Yeah, you can see why it was my reference film.
I was about to joke. So people from Oregon don't hate people from Washington? It's not like a big battle?
Oh, I don't know, but I think
it's all Pacific Northwest?
I'd love to live in Washington. I'd love to live in one of those islands off the coast. I think they're beautiful. I would be very happy on one of those islands. And just take the ferry in when you need to go to town or something. But it's really good. You should definitely watch it.
Yeah, I know someone who lives on Vancouver Island. And actually, I'm weeping right now, deep down inside, that I'm not in Vancouver this weekend. Because last year we were in Vancouver. My best friend of 45 years lives in Vancouver. And it's always nice to go there for 4th of July.
Oh, I bet it's cooler there.
It's beautiful. And there's a huge street fair.
Oh.
And it's like, goes on for a mile. It's the greatest thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to be in Vancouver this year.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to be in America for America's birthday. That's a good thing.
So fun. I hate the 4th of July is my least favorite holiday. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to the parade in my hometown, Ashland, and it was so hot. There were like street vendors and there was like people cooking and stuff outside. I always got like a splitting headache. Every single year on the 4th of July, I get a splitting headache. So last year and this year now, I'm driving up to Ashland on the 4th of July, so I'm going to spend it in a car, which is like so much better. I am so much happier spending it in a car for 11 hours.
And you're a person who has pets, yeah? So
yes.
4th of July is hard for pets.
It is. I'm sad I'm not going to be with my cats this year. I don't know what's going to happen. They'll be okay. They're going to freak out a little bit.
Yeah. You got a cat sitter?
Yeah, I got a cat sitter who lives right downstairs.
Nice.
Yeah, it's convenient.
I got a 17-year-old who loves cats, and she's very angry that I'm allergic to them.
Oh, that does suck.
I know. But I like breathing. No. Pretty fond of it.
Breathing's pretty important. Yes.
I like to breathe.
Yeah.
All right, well, anything else you want to add?
Yes. The 4 questions.
Well, that's the next episode.
Oh.
Remember, it's 2 episodes.
It's 2 episodes?
Yeah.
What?
That's because normally people,
What?
Yeah. We did 2 last time also. That's why you were episode 154 for your interview and 155 for your 4 questions. So I'm about to wrap it up, and then I'll hit record, and then it's an episode. Then it's a separate podcast of just your 4 questions.
Wow, I did
because
not
there's people
know that.
who like the interviews, and people like the 4 questions, and people like both. So they're separate.
Okay.
Separate but equal.
Okay, love it.
Is that? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a very bad reference.
I don't know.
All right. Well, you'll give me links and things.
Yes.
So I can say, like a real podcaster, there are clickable links in the show notes for your Seed and Spark, for the Instagram, for all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Whatever you send me, we'll have links in there.
Yay.
And people can just tap on it if it's their phone or whatever, however they're listening to this. I never know. I don't get that data. I could probably find it, but I do see overall. I do get to see overall usage, and every once in a while I get to see every once in a while I'll look at the map of the world.
Oh, where is it coming from?
Someone in Singapore or a group of friends in Singapore.
Someone.
There were over 200 listens in Singapore. Someone got so into you didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I do not expect to look at the map of the world where this podcast is listened to and see that someone or a group of people in Singapore have binged the fuck out of it.
I just like that you thought it was someone. That it was one person.
Oh, it has to be. Has to be one person. Don't you really think it might be more than one Singaporean? Hey, if you live in Singapore,
more than one.
if you're listening to this and you're in another country, go on Instagram, go to @DIFWins on Instagram for Discover Indie Film Wins, and send a note and say, yeah, I listened to it from this country, and I don't care for you, mister. And I'll be like, all right, I'll send you $1. No, there's no money.
No money.
I make no promises.
No more money.
No, they can donate. That's right. So
Donate.
anyway, all of Rosalie's links will be clickable. And now I will get us out of here with the closing spiel, which is thank you, Rosalie, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, everyone, for listening. If you are listening, please like and subscribe, whatever you're on. Write a review if you want to write a review. That'd be nice. Always be nice to other human beings. Life is a little short, so, it's a little short to be mean. So be nice. If you want to learn more about this podcast or the TV series that was born from it, go to discoverindiefilm.com. On social media, like I said, it's always @DIFWins. I am not on social media myself, but Karina Wolf, the podcast producer, reads, she gets everything, and I'm on Blue Sky. I'm the Blue Sky guy. So,
Blue Sky.
so if you, and Blue Sky is quiet AF. So needless to say, if you write to @DIFWins, the Discover Indie Film Blue Sky account, I'm going to see it because I check it. And I'm like, hey, no one's written. Someday someone's going to write to me on Blue Sky. I just can't help it. I love Blue Sky. I love that it's quiet. So anyway, so where am I? So that's discoverindiefilm.com and @DIFWins. And you know what? You should just throw caution to the wind. Spend $1 or $8 and go to Amazon Prime Video. Type in Discover Indie Film. I think if autocomplete somewhere halfway through there, and go to season 4 and watch episode 6 so you can see the Hostess. Or just spend $7.99 and get all 10 episodes of season 4. Everything was good on that series. So
Yeah.
it was all great shorts handpicked from the festival circuit. And so Rosalie was kind enough to attend Film Invasion Los Angeles weekend before last. If you want to learn more about that film festival, go to filminvasionla.com, and it's @filminvasionla on all social media. It's sister, that's every June. It's sister festival that we hold every December. It's the Sherman Oaks Film Festival. You can learn about that one if you go to @ShermanOaksFF.com, and it's @ShermanOaksFF on social media. And I call those sister festivals. And they have a cousin coming next year, January 2026, Film Invasion, Lima, Peru is happening.
Nice.
How groovy is that?
That sounds really cool.
And I got to admit right now, I blew it. I've been using the Google Flight Tracker for Lima, and it came down about 200, and I didn't grab them, and now it went up another 200. I got to wait till it drops down again. But I'm going to Lima in January.
Yay!
First time for a film festival.
That's exciting.
There's a wonderful team down there. I know and trust them. So it's pretty exciting.
Good way to go to Lima.
Expansione. And I'll mention this. One last film festival to mention. This is just a freebie. It turns out that a Film Invasion Los Angeles alumni, someone who actually was in the 2016 version and then has come back since, 2016 version, the debut, the premiere season, is actually now the one of the top programmers of the Anchorage International Film Festival in Alaska. And they do great work, and we've been talking about promoting each other, and so I'm just doing it right now. You know what? I can promise you that the people in Anchorage do it right, because they talk to me and they go, we want to do it the way you do it. So everything nice you said about Film Invasion Los Angeles, I believe can be said about the Anchorage International Film Festival. And I certainly don't think that people watching films in Anchorage will pull audiences away from us here in LA. I don't think we're competitors.
I think you're safe.
Yeah, we're safe. We can be cooperative. If they set up 10 minutes next, if they were, anyway, that was a bad joke. All right, I had to end on a bad joke. Rosalie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. And the next episode, you get to hear Rosalie's favorites and more. All right. Bye.
Bye.